That breaking news off the top now we are following at noon is unfolding in southwest Miami-Dade. It was not the wake-up call residents in this area were expecting.
Yeah, an entire apartment building evacuated after a number of residents started to show signs of carbon monoxide poisoning.
Want to get right on out to NBC6 anchor Chris Hush joining us live there in southwest Miami-Dade, where we've got an update here from first responders. Chris, so what can you tell us?
Right. So at this point, we know that nearly 24 patients were sent to area hospitals because of elevated levels of carbon monoxide. In fact, the first call came in late last night. However, the scene was cleared at the time. Fast forward to this morning, and that's when fire crews got a second call. When they came here, their carbon monoxide alarms were triggered. So here's what we know from a press conference that happened not too long ago. We are told that 60 patients were checked out on the scene here. 22 of them were sent to area hospitals. Miami-Dade Fire Rescue says a boiler in the building malfunctioned, leading to this CO2 leak here at the Hemingway Villa condominiums, which is located at 94th Avenue and Southwest 40th Terrace. Families were seen sitting outside, some with oxygen masks on. Others were loaded into ambulances right in front of our cameras. And from what we saw, it appears that there were patients of all ages being checked out here. Fire crews then started ventilating the building and turned off the malfunctioning boiler as well. One resident we spoke to says first responders were going door to door trying to get residents out this morning, fearing how quickly CO2 poisoning can set in, especially during those overnight hours.
They're checking everybody. I have a number 4. It means my carbon level is okay. They knocked the doors down of the units. I didn't open the doors.
At night, that danger is magnified when people go to sleep and maybe don't even realize that they start to feel ill and recognize some of those carbon monoxide poisoning symptoms.
And this afternoon, the conditions of those patients are unknown, but fire rescue says there were no deaths associated with this incident. And as you just saw there, you can see some residents have now been allowed back into their units. They're sitting outside here. We spoke to a number of them. We also want to add that fire rescue tells us code enforcement was informed and called about this incident, and they are expected to analyze the building to make sure that there isn't a larger problem outside of that malfunctioning boiler. At this point, it appears the situation has been cleared. We are live in southwest Miami-Dade. I'm Chris Hush, NBC6 News.
Good news there on Chris.